One day, a torrential downpour hit the outskirts of Seattle. It started without warning, and afterward, all the houses seemed to be sealed shut. No door or window would open, while attempts to smash the glass or break through the walls were stopped by an invisible barrier. The family of unemployed engineer Jason finds itself trapped inside their own home. It soon becomes clear that this is no accident and that they will have to remain locked inside, not for a day, a week, or even a month. But Jason will do whatever it takes to keep his loved ones alive. The Last House became one of Netflix's biggest commercial successes of 2026. The number of views it racked up in its first few days was surpassed only by Apex. Still, the attention the project received was largely driven by Netflix's clever marketing campaign, which included a billboard designed to look like an actual house with a real person trapped inside. Those numbers say nothing about the quality of the movie itself. Both critics and audiences were remarkably unanimous in their assessment, settling on a lukewarm 3 out of 5, and here we have a rare consensus between critical judgment and audience sentiment. Critics disliked the film's structure and dramaturgy, while viewers failed to connect with its preachy, fable-like message about how family is the most important thing in the world. The Last House has 4 major sources of inspiration, and unfortunately, it takes the worst from each of them. First and foremost are M. Night Shyamalan's paranoid high-concept thrillers, say The Happening or The Watchers. The entire first half of the movie follows their formula. A sudden event turns the world upside down, and the protagonist must now learn to survive under radically altered circumstances. Overlapping with that is the film's second obvious reference point, A Quiet Place, in which a family also had to survive in a world where one wrong move could get them killed. There is also some The Martian here. In the middle of the movie, Jason sets up a full-fledged life support system inside his house, complete with growing plants and hunting through the chimney. Finally, the filmmakers were obviously inspired by humanist first contact movies such as James Cameron's The Abyss. And on paper, having so many ideas sounds like a good thing. After all, something new often emerges from the unexpected combination of old ideas. But it doesn't work in The Last House. This movie doesn't poetically rhyme with its influences. It engineers them together, ultimately producing a soulless golem that seems to do everything right, but forgets the most important thing. Not even an obvious soul, but some overarching idea. An answer to the question of why we are watching all this. The Last House actually has several overarching ideas, and they ruthlessly clash with one another. On the one hand, it is a humanist fable about compassion. On the other, an uplifting story about the strength of family. It is also an atmospheric thriller about the unknown, as well as a genre attraction. The Chekhov's guns are properly hung on the walls, but as the movie progresses, an entire arsenal of weapons of all shapes and sizes joins them. When they all start firing, the result is chaotic gunfire in which the movie inevitably loses focus, and the audience loses interest. We have barely gotten used to the suspense of the first act when the movie jumps forward in time and turns into a survival drama built around psychological conflicts. But just as we begin to engage with those circumstances, the action suddenly kicks in. In the end, the supposedly central theme of the importance and strength of family gets lost and diluted, and even good actors like Greta and Wagner Moura can't do anything about it. With every shift of gears, The Last House doesn't pick up speed or momentum, it slows down. The farther we go, the less impressive and effective everything we are shown and told by screenwriter Matthew Robinson and director Louis Leterrier becomes. Both Robinson and Leterrier built their careers on lightweight action movies. Robinson wrote Monster Trucks, Love and Monsters, and Dora and the Lost City of Gold, while Leterrier directed Transporter 2, Clash of the Titans, and Fast 10, as well as launching the Now You See Me franchise. Some of those movies are decent and even quite good, but all of them are straightforward and single-minded, much like everything Netflix produces as a feature film. I never thought I'd say this, but Shyamalan, with all his quirks and wildly far-fetched ideas, would have handled this better.